My name is Greg Rudolph from Heartland Green Earth, and I'd like to demonstrate a product today called Oil Off that's manufactured by i-SOLV International, located in Abbotsford, BC. The reason I want to film this demonstration is I find it's hard for everybody to actually set some time aside in their own shops or their own facilities to actually have a look at these products. And what I'm finding is when I even try to offer to come in with this product, because it is a green product, it is a safe product, a lot of people don't believe that it works. So I've taken my own truck and I've put some substances onto it that people are faced with on a daily basis. I've got duct tape, residue on here. This was applied over a month ago. Actually, everything on here was applied a month ago. I've got bitumen, I've got duct tape, the residue. I peeled off the top part, so now we're dealing with the residue. That's on there hard. The sun has done its thing, it's baked it in. It's not coming off until you spray a solvent of some sort. And people are faced with this all the time. They have to spray a solvent. That's the only thing that's going to take this off. So I'm going to spray this on. And this here product is completely safe. And I'll go into the details of that. We're going to spray it on the bitumen. And we'll let it sit there. A lot of people have said they love this product. They call it no elbow grease. And it really does do its thing just by dissolving it alone. On this side here, what I've got is some undercoat. I just poured that on, smeared it around. Here again, that's on there. I've got rubberized undercoat, gravel guard. I've got that on here, that's hard. And then I've got this stuff. This is travel grease. This is what they use for the gear cases for the trains. And that is really, really nasty stuff to clean. So I've applied that onto the hood of the truck and let it sit in the heat, and it's baked on there hard. So also, before I spray this down, I do want to show this right here was sprayed over just about 24 hours ago. I got rained on, but as you can see, when I mentioned that it doesn't evaporate, that's the beauty of the product. You can actually let it sit on there and it'll dissolve, and that's what we need to do, is we need to dissolve this substance. So I'd have to say that this is probably the most road tar that anybody would have to be removing off of anything. So let's spray it down. Okay, so we've got a good coverage on it, and now we can just wait and let the product do its thing. And that's the object behind it, is to let the product dissolve, and it will work fairly quick. But if you can allow the time for it to dissolve this, that's the key to it. So basically spray the product on and then go do something else. Let the product do its thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my job. My job is to educate you on the products that you're using right now to get rid of this. In the past, everybody's used solvents. And solvents are made up of all different types of ingredients that people are unaware of. So this is a document that I did up. I went online, and it was just prepared from public information, gathered from safety data sheets, posted online. The purpose is to educate people that are forced to use solvent type cleaners. As I mentioned, you need a solvent to get rid of this stuff. Some companies state that what they're selling is safe or non-toxic. But when you learn about ingredients that are listed on this SDS, they certainly do not fall into the safe category. All chemicals, all solvents are listed as flammable, other than one that I'll cover in a bit. But the one that really gets me, it's called hydrotreated light petroleum distillates. It doesn't sound too bad. Naphtha, petroleum hydrotreated light. There's the CAS number. All you need to do is you just type in that CAS number online and you'll get all of this information. This particular product is used in parts washers, it's used in cleaners, it's used everywhere. It's promoted as a low odor paraffinic solvent, which is a de-aromatized kerosene, deodorized kerosene, etc. Right on the safety data sheet of that product, they tell you that it's a fuel for use in domestic and commercial heating and lighting equipment. Uses advised against. This product must not be used in application other than those recommended as the fuel. without first seeking the advice of the supplier. This product is not to be used as a solvent or cleaning agent for lighting or brightening fires or as a skin cleanser. And we find this in all types of cleaners. There's one cleaner out there, they're promoting it as safe, and it's 15 to 30% of this ingredient in there. And it just goes on to say, signal words, danger. I don't want to go into the whole detail, I'm not going to read it all to you, but they all fall into the same category. It's very flammable. Liquid evaporates quickly, can ignite, leading to a flash fire. And it just goes on and on. Naphthalene, here again, it's all the same. Inhalation may be fatal if inhaled, causes respiratory tract irritation. It goes on and on and on. Varsol, Stoddard solvent, same thing. Health effects, irritating to skin, may cause cancer. Here it just goes on. Xylene, same thing. We all know that these products are bad for us. We just don't know how bad until you dig into it and you learn what's in these products, what they do to you, and the effects that they have on you. The xylene is one of the worst ones. The inhalation, vapor causes respiratory tract and mucous membrane irritation. Goes on and on and on. Causes dizziness, giddiness, loss of coordination and judgment, respiratory depression, arrest or difficulty breathing, loss of appetite, nausea, vomiting, shivering, possible coma and death. On and on again. Here's one that's interesting, the limonene, the one that smells like oranges. Everybody thinks it is safe because it's a natural. Well, it comes from the orange peel. It's not the actual orange itself. Danger, extremely flammable liquid and vapor. Flammable liquid may release vapors that form flammable mixture at or above the flash point. Will be easily ignited by heat spark. So is delimonene dangerous? Delimonene is considered a hazardous substance. Delimonene is a flammable liquid and vapor. Delimonene as a primary ingredient can cause serious allergic skin reactions. It is considered an inhalation hazard. Delimonene-based hand cleaners can cause serious eye irritation. Delimonene-based cleaning products are classified as toxic to aquatic life with long-lasting effects. Quite a surprise because a lot of people don't realize that till you dig into it. MEK is another one, same thing. Butoxyethanol, another one. They're all water-soluble solvents. This is an interesting one. This is a non-flammable brake and spray cleaner. What the ingredients are in that to make it non-flammable are trichloroethylene, tetrachloroethylene, and perchloroethylene. Well, these ones here are non-flammable, so they promote it as safe because it's non-flammable. Well, warning, toxic, harmful if swallowed, inhaled, or absorbed through skin. Causes irritation to skin, and on and on. So it's not a safe one. Just the fact that it's non-flammable doesn't make it safe. The other one that I've dug into is a non-chlorinated aerosol brake parts cleaner. 4 ingredients in it: methanol, toluene, heptane, and the other one is acetone. So they've got 4 ingredients and a high inclusion. The methanol is 40 to 50%. So it is definitely not safe. Now, can we replace brake clean totally? No, there's going to be applications where you're going to have to use brake clean. Hence, if you're working on brake parts, brake pads, that's what it was invented for. Not to go on and on, but that's just something that I want to bring to your attention. This is available. If you're watching this video and it was emailed to you, the link was emailed to you by a distributor, they will have this information along with our safety data sheet. They can forward that to you. If you have just ran across this video and you want the information, give me a call. My phone number is 780-297-5263, and I'll be more than happy to email it to you, or we'll get it onto a link and we'll get it to you. But that's the hazards of the solvents that we have to use. As you can see, I'm just going to stop here and show you what's happening. While I'm rambling on, the product is doing its thing. It's dissolving. You can see that it's turning that into a liquid, and that's what we need to do. Now I'm going to talk about the safety of oil off here shortly, but that's working pretty good. That's gravel guard. That's hard stuff to clean off. The undercoat, that's easy. So the product can work that fast. Matter of fact, even on this tuck tape residue, if you wanted to, after it's been a minute or so, you can scrape it. Now, anybody that's had to remove tuck tape residue, they're going to agree that this is working extremely well for a safe product. Now, what about the duct tape? We'll let that one sit a little longer. That one's easy. The bitumen, here again, that's working. So as you can see, our safe oil off is working. I just want to talk once more about these other solvents that are out there. And I've been in this business since 1993. I've sold solvents. I've sold to detail people, to customers that have had these issues and had to deal with it. So I've covered up the names. I don't want to name any names. It doesn't matter which company it is. It's all the same product. It's all the same ingredients. Now, interestingly enough, this is an adhesive and label remover. You look at and kudos to this company, good for them, because they actually list it on here. A lot of companies just put petroleum distillates, but these guys there is xylene. They even put the CAS number. They put the petroleum distillates, and the other one that's in here is ethylbenzene, which that's known to cause cancer. And that's the adhesive and label remover. This one stinks. I'm in my garage. I wouldn't be using this product in here. Like the way I've been spraying oil off, there's no offensive fumes. This one has the offensive fumes. You'd have to open the doors. Now you look at this, ironically, spot remover, dry cleaner, different name, but you look at it, exactly the same ingredients. This goes back to my point of saying, all of these companies, they have no options. They all need to use the same ingredients to get this type of stuff off. There are no options for them. There's nothing magical out there that will work to get rid of this residue. Now I want to talk about oil off. I'm just going to spray down this. One thing that happens here is because I scraped that, I got rid of the product. So now I need to reapply it. That's what happens with the products that I was just showing you. Because they evaporate so fast, you'll spray them and then you have to scrape and wipe it off, and then you need to reapply again because it's evaporated. This one here, it just continues to work. Now, I'm not using gloves, and I do, well, even our safety data sheet does recommend that you wear gloves, but I do want to show you, the safety of this product, that it is safe on the hands. But like I say, we do recommend all the gloves, glasses, PPE, and but I'm not going to do it for this demonstration here today. What i-SOLV is able to do with the oil off is it's a whole new, it's just an amazing cleaner. There is nothing like it in the world. It is a bio-based cleaner. 65% of it is a blend of vegetable oils. And what they do is they put the vegetable oils into a tank, and they will go through a process to remove the flammability out of the blend of vegetable oils. Now the other ingredients that go into it, because obviously it can't be just vegetable oil, otherwise it wouldn't cut through this grease and tar and everything the way that it does. So they'll go through an ester procedure in that portion, and they'll remove the nasty ingredients out of that tank. So then it'll get pumped from tank 1 and tank 2 into the third tank. It'll get blended, and then that's what gets poured off into the gallons, 5 gallons, 55 gallons, 1,000-liter totes. And when it's all said and done, it is completely fine. It is completely safe. It doesn't cause cancer. It doesn't give you tumors. It doesn't crack the skin. And that's why I like to demonstrate to you. You look at, I never get any whitening of the skin. I don't have any cracked skin. It doesn't cause bleeding. It doesn't do any of the tingling. It is safe on that part of it. And it is effective. So we've got a green product that is safe to the user. Now, can this go down the drain? Can we pour it in the kitchen sink? No, you wouldn't go pour a gallon of canola oil in your kitchen sink. But when you're using this product, you're actually using it to wash off substances of this nature. So we've got undercoat here. I mean, when I hit this with a pressure washer, that's going to go down into the drain. And as long as you have the proper sump, you let this long enough, you can see where just a pressure washer would actually peel that right off. So I'm just going to use this absorb oil here. I'm going to soak it down. This is another product from i-SOLV. I'll be doing another video on this. So we're going to soak this down, and it just absorbs up into that pad. Just works that fast. Over a month that's been on there, baking out in the sun. So just let that sit. We've got a tank company, actually several of them, but the one that I was just speaking to the other day, they'll take and spray down the insides of their tanks, and they'll do 5 tanks at a time. So they spray down the 5 tanks, and then they'll go back and they'll pressure wash tank 1, which is a good, effective use of time, because while you're spraying down the other tanks, the product is working. It's turning this into a liquid. It's dissolving it. Have a look at this one here, and that's hard. Okay, so we'll just let this sit for a little bit longer. I'm going to get rid of this tuck tape residue. Another nice thing with the absorb oil, this will actually absorb 15 times its weight. Look, you can see that I'll set it down. That's how much is in that pad. So sometimes if you're doing a tight area, this is a nice product to use rather than spraying it. If you just need to dab a small spot, you can just take and work with the sponge. So if you let the product sit long enough, you don't even need to scrape it. Now this one still has some plastic on it there. Probably will have to scrape it. Well, we'll just work it. Yeah, there's one chunk there. And that's why they make plastic blades. We'll get that top portion off there. We'll just let that sit for a bit now that we got the top off. The wipes are nice. If you want to get rid of most of the residue. Okay, so we'll just reapply onto these little spots right here. No, just like that. Okay. And how's our duct tape doing? That's where one guy said to me, he just loves this stuff. Works at a glass shop. These vehicles will come in with tuck tape on them, duct tape. It's always been a problem for him. That's virtually no elbow grease, and that was a comment that he made. That's not even scraping it. If you scrape, and still going with the same absorb oil pad. Pretty impressive. impressive, isn't it? Something as safe as this is. Okay. I'm not worried about that oily residue that's left behind there. I'll take a clean rag and wipe it after I'm done spraying everywhere. But if I need to reapply a decal or I want to get rid of that completely, I'll show you how the isopropyl mixed at 5:1 will work. This bitumen, it's a problem. What happens in the industry is because there's sand in this, if I take a rag and wipe this, I'll end up scratching the paint. So ideally, a pressure washer is the best. And it's had enough time to sit there. And here again, that's baked on. Just gonna grab another. Kind of tough pressure washing this in my garage. Those are the globs. That's hard, that's rock hard. You see where it's dissolving it? And it works like this on asphalt. We have tons of asphalt companies using this. They'll spray it on here again. Let it sit. Let it do its thing. So that's what I'm going to do with that right there. We're just going to let it sit. I'll come back to this side. And now we've got the trammel grease. For that to be baked on like that, I've heard guys from trade companies say you'll never get that off after it's been on there for a month like that. To speed up filming time, I guess I'll just do this. That's the gravel guard. The undercoat. That was thick on there. Horrible stuff. You gotta feel sorry for the people that have to deal with this on a daily basis. Now granted, it's never this bad. But there's always a vehicle out there that comes in full of tar. And I've seen people, you know, they always needed the stuff that would work faster. The xylenes and the toluenes, the stuff that I sold. We've tried selling them some safe stuff. Now granted, this product that I'm cleaning off is not safe in my hands. But I'll get it cleaned off here. That all gets absorbed up into the absorb oil. And then what I do is I wash that out, squeeze it, and I can reuse that pad again. What we'll do, you can kind of see how this works, but I'm sure you want to see the final results. So we're just going to stop filming, and we're going to let this just dissolve some more. And then we'll come back and just show you how it's all going to wipe off after it's had enough time to completely soften it. And we're back. Hood is completely cleaned. What I'm doing right now on this side, I'm actually spraying an isopropyl 70% solution mixed at 5:1. If we're gonna lay another decal on this, or we're gonna, if it's a chunk of metal that you wanna lay silicone on or you wanna paint it, you need to get rid of that residue. What we've done on this side over here is I've just taken the microfiber and I wiped the oil off with the microfiber. We got it fairly clean. I mean, there's virtually no residue, but there is a little bit there that would cause grief if you were putting a decal on. And it's no different than any other cleaner that you would be using, a solvent cleaner. To get rid of those substances, you'd still have the same residue to get rid of that we did with the oil off. So a little shot of isopropyl, microfiber to wipe it, and it's done. Ready for application. Nice and clean, didn't take that long to do, and we used a safe product. We used a product that's not going to damage anything on a vehicle. It's completely safe on vinyls, plastic, rubber, even on headlights. I would spray oil off on this headlight. No concern, it wouldn't turn it white, it wouldn't cloud it, it doesn't melt the plastic, there's nothing in there that would cause grief. And that's an area that asphalt companies have a huge problem with, is they'll get drift from the distributor trucks and blow over the whole truck. And the products that they've been using in the past, they've always damaged lights, so they have a tough time taking that asphalt off. As you can see, oil off does the job, it gets rid of the stuff that you need to, and it is completely safe. So I guess all we need to do is figure out a way how you can get some. So if you had this link emailed to you by a distributor, get back with that distributor. They'd be more than happy to supply you with oil off. If you happen to run across this and you don't know where to get it from, here again, give me a call, 780-297-5263. I'll find out where you can get your hands on some of the product. So thanks for taking the time to watch the video, and we look forward to your support. Have a great day.